penifo ni bi beka ho a ye besa da omadi akyeremu
ya book na na egusu ye review no
me da se
ye bo ne po keten kakra emiambia enema hodo awom ene ade na ye bepese obeti bi eno nti waka DOVVSU ye ma me ACP Owusuwaa Kyeremeh waka book ni bi na meje di se baby e fa ma ho emema ho any idea ye wo book no me ho na be any interest
ba energy some say anwure won chi obia
baby
anwure de won chi obia
oh baba nye mistake
abroso na obema microphone shelter it's December Asia ACP Owusuwaa Kyeremeh no my second review.
A round of applause.
Thank you very much. Good evening to everybody. It's a privilege to be here and to have the opportunity to have read Ohima Uyeje's book. Just like Honorable did earlier on, I'm going to take a look at chapter 1, Forgive Them Anyway. And then I also look at chapter 10 and 14. Before I go on to look at the chapters, I want to say that I am really... Okay, thank you. So I'm really blown away by the content of the book. It's written in very simple language in terms of structure. It's not complicated. And every chapter is simplified in a way that you can read the book in no time. So I really want to urge everybody to pick it. You can read the book without resorting to a dictionary. Because sometimes, when you're reading a storybook or a textbook, it's so difficult. You can't follow the story. But this one, it's so easy to do so. It says, forgive them anyway. It talks about forgiveness. And let me read just because this one is very short. The other ones I'll summarize. I have seen people who start reading books but never reach the end. I'm one of those people, perhaps because distractions always seem to find me. Busy work schedules, interruptions from friends and family, and so on. These distractions can either discourage you or occupy your time, preventing you from finishing that captivating story of piece of writing. Life is much the same. On our journey to fulfilling our destinies, we encounter countless distractions along the way. Some distractions are so powerful that they can divert our focus and potentially derail our lives. And I think we can all identify with this. The beauty or ugliness of life often depends on people. People have the power to make life beautiful, like a paradise on earth, but they can also make it miserable and chaotic, like a living hell. And it's not necessarily strangers from far away who can have this impact. It can be those closest to you. And I think most of us have testimonies about how people close to you have betrayed you in one way or the other. I'm here to say, Ohima is saying, forgive them anyway. Our parents, siblings, friends, co-workers, and even our communities can sometimes make life exceedingly difficult, often driven by their own selfish motives. They might sabotage your business or entangle you in a web of problems. The source of betrayal may not always be clear, but when it hits you like a bolt out of the blue, it leaves lasting lessons. So, if you aspire to go far in life, build a reputation, and achieve success, you must learn to guide yourself against unpredictable factor of people. During one of the most challenging moments of my life, after I came out of police cells, I'm sure I wasn't the one who put you there. Okay. Because of a simple family disagreement issue, which could have been resolved with a fatherly touch of understanding, I encountered a Jehovah's Witness sister named Eunice and her mother at Abuabo, Akurim Railways. Thank you. I stayed with them for a few months before the late musician Aris connected me directly to a DJ who was the program's head and host of the drive time show Top City Jam at Top Radio. This connection marked the beginning of my career journey in Accra, and this is Ohima speaking. When I sadly left my father's house in Kumasi to Accra, starting at Top Radio, because I survived those challenges, I hold no grudges. If my perpetrator from that time was still alive today, I would kneel before him and express my gratitude for throwing me into a challenge that ultimately led me to where I am today. I forgive him anyway. To me, forgiveness is the wisest decision any human can make. It liberates you from the shackles of the past. An unforgiving heart carries a heavy burden and becomes enslaved to the one it cannot forgive. In life, let karma take its course. Forgive anyway. Without those who have wronged us, the story of our lives would be incomplete. Everything that people do to us contributes to the pages of our life story, making us whole in the end. Just remember that one chapter will eventually close, making way for a new one. Forgive them anyway. Now I look at chapter 10. Chapter 10 talks about the challenges and encounters of Ohima in the course of her life. It talks about the fact that she has her dreams and she wants to focus on her dreams. And all she looks at is a final line. She makes sure that nothing distracts her. And so she encourages us in chapter 10 to also focus on our dreams, to ensure that nothing discourages us. In one of her writings, she said she survived an attempt of rape. And so it also brings to the fore the challenges of women. Women have challenges. We don't have a level playing field. We start off facing a lot of challenges, and one of them is sexual harassment at the workplace. It could be a colleague, it could be a friend. Just by the way you dress, the person thinks that you are calling or inviting him to come and have sex with you. So she encourages us in chapter 10 to follow our passions, to make sure that we are focused on our progress, so that at the end of the day, we will achieve what we need to achieve. And then I'll look at chapter 14. Okay, so under the challenges again, she also makes us aware that she has to fight for every success. To the extent that one time when she had to interview His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, it became a challenge in the office. She wants to bring it to the fore that you can't have success without hard work. And sometimes people in your team will rise up against you. But you need to stand firm and have the courage to move on to get to where you want to get to. Thank you. And then she also talked about, lastly, womanhood, which for me is very important. Women have a lot of hats to put on. She has to be a woman, a wife, and an entrepreneur. And at the same time, to take care of her kids. It's a lot of work. But she's able to balance her skills in the office as an entrepreneur, as a mother, as a wife, and as an inspiration to people all over the world. So, Ohima, thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to have an insight to your life. It takes courage for you to come out, knowing very well that there are a lot of people who might criticize you, but this book is worth reading. It also talks about social media and mental health. I encourage people to buy it. It's very simplified. The sentences are simple, no complex structures. So please, I encourage you to buy this book. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, me catch us a book in some room. Oh, him, I wadem pay.
And some one pa.
Wadem pay.
And some one.
Wadem.
Me for him, or can tabaka. Ebe and Sempi. Nanasa no beba no, Mr. Echo Abiel Williams. Mira, ya mwa kwa ba o.